Hey guys, Sableye VGC here, and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Climbing. Today we're going to jump in with a brand new team featuring that Pokemon that's hidden there in the bottom corner, which is Mewtwo. It's going to be Mega Mewtwo X, rocking Groudon, Finny, Zapdos, Incineroar, and Kartana as a supporting cast. And honestly, we're just going to have some fun with Mewtwo X. I have Gravity and Swagger on Finny, so if we can get Gravity and Swagger off on our Groudon, that's always a viable option. Gravity and Swagger, hey, why not? That could work on Mewtwo as well. Zapdos is basically here kind of just to hit Kyogre hard and set up Tailwind for us if we need it. Incineroar, because I don't think I even have to explain that one. And Kartana is just another answer for our, just another answer to Kyogre that we don't really have, that we kind of struggle to hit right now. So we're going to find, I believe this is a Japanese player from somewhere. He's obviously from Japan. We'll just pretend I didn't say that. But we are going to find Gothitelle, Tapu Koko, Lunala, Groudon, Stakataka, and Lopunny. So what I really want to do here is I'm thinking of going something like Finny Mewtwo and keeping Groudon in the back as a win condition. The only issue with leading Mewtwo is the fact that there's a Lunala. And it's going to be tough for me to switch around. So maybe I lead something like Kartana. It's just, I don't want to bring Kartana into the Groudon matchup. But let's just see, because I don't think Zapdos makes sense either. Like, but is Mewtwo that good? Like, is Mewtwo worth it? I think Mewtwo's worth it. So I'm going to go Mewtwo. I'm going to go Mewtwo, Finny, Incineroar, and Groudon. I know I don't really have an option to switch, so I'm not really going to bother worrying about positioning too much, because he's probably going to bring Gothitelle, and I'm definitely going to get locked in. Maybe leading Groudon was the play, because I can click Heal Pulse. And just eat whatever he goes for. Get my SD off, or get a Swagger off, then get a Precipice Blades, Heal Pulse, Precipice Blades, Heal Pulse, and just not die. But I think he might outdamage that with Lunala. So we're going to go this way. Going to go with this road here. He is going to go Lopunny, Stakataka, so Groudon might have been the right answer. Okay, so if I'm Lopunny here, I'm scared of Mewtwo clicking Aura Sphere into that Stakataka. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hard swap into Groudon here and click Swagger. I think that should get a good chunk of damage off. Well, not damage, but should definitely put me in a good position here. I'm going to go Groudon, as I mentioned, and I'm going to just self-Swagger into the Mewtwo slot, which will be replaced by a Groudon. I think this is relatively foolproof based on what he led. I mean, if he goes for the fake-out Trick Room, that doesn't bother me at all, because then I just pressure the Stakataka next turn. The only thing I could see being a concern is if he goes for, like, a high jump kick or a return into the, double. What's Lopunny's move? Return? Is it return or frustration that I would use? The normal type attack? I don't know. I guess it could go Z Giga Impact, but I think it's gonna Mega. It is gonna Mega, so we're gonna get the Mega Lopunny here. And I would imagine you're just gonna see a fake out. You could see the fake out going into Finny, but if I had to guess, I'm going to assume the fake out's going into that Groudon slot. Fake out is indeed going to come out. And it is going to go into that Groudon slot. Tapu Fini is going to go for the Swagger. I am going to dodge my own Swagger, unfortunately, and Stakataka is going to set up the sub. So, mental note to self, always click Gravity first. But at the end of the day, that's not too bad. I am just going to click Precipice Blades here. And I could click Gravity right now. But what I think I'm going to do is I am going to go for that second Swagger. I'm going to play it risky right now. If I would have Gravity last turn, I would have been in a fantastic position here. But I did get a bit greedy on that switch in. He doesn't really have a good switch into Groudon. Like, he's got Koko in the back, he's got Groudon in the back. Neither of the two want to switch in. So if he has either of those two, and even Lunala doesn't really want to take it. So I'm not in the worst of positions here. Lopunny's just going to drop a high jump kick. That's going to do a good chunk of damage. Yeah, Groudon takes that around 50%. Tapu Fini going to go for the self-Swagger into Misty Terrain so I won't get confused. And I'm just going to drop a Precipice Blades here. We're going to see what this Stakataka wants to do as it's sitting behind this substitute. Lopunny is definitely 100% going to die, and this Stakataka sub 100% going to break. Stakataka substitute is going to fade. Lopunny is going to faint. And I would imagine he Trick Rooms and brings in Lunala. He's just going to Z move. So he's going to Rockinium Z. Is this going to go into my Groudon to get rid of it? And honestly, it probably will. Although losing Groudon is not the end of the world, because I do bring Mewtwo back in. He's going to go Continental Crush. Is this going into Finny? It's going into Groudon for sure. I'm pretty sure this does more than 50% to me. There's no way it does less than 50%. I actually survive on 9. I take everything of what I just said back. He's going to send in Groudon. Now, if I had to guess, I'm assuming he's built for Trick Room. Now, this could be a very, very bad guess on my end, but I'm going to assume I'm the faster Groudon, and I'm just going to click P-Blades. Because I don't want to Icy Wind and have him click Trick Room. So I think P-Blades is the right option. P-Blades is going to come out. And I'm going to Gravity just to make sure. Because I'm not trying to miss. I have my Swagger already, no need to get greedy. I could Heal Pulse. That's an option I could go for. The opposing Groudon goes for Precipice Blades. So, everything I just said, out the window. Groudon going down. I don't know why his Groudon's so fast, but then again, I am a fairly slow Groudon myself. Would Trick Room have been his play, though? Let me see if he's going to go Trick Room here. He's going to go Rock Slide, so I definitely could have protected an Icy Winded. Definitely a misplay on my end, then. I don't know why he doesn't want to click Trick Room. I'm going to bring in Mewtwo. And here's where I think Mewtwo X gives me a pretty decent chance. I'm assuming Stack Attacka is going to want to swap. Like, I can't see Stack Attacka saying, I'm going to stay in front of a Mewtwo. So I could low kick it, but in fact, I think I'm going to low kick the Groudon. I'm going to low kick the Groudon, and I am just going to Self Swagger here. Stack Attacka should protect to some degree. If he just stays in front of a Mewtwo, that could very well know Aura Sphere. But in this case, I'm going to have low kick because I'm Mewtwo X. But if he stays in, I'll be very shocked. If he stayed in, I could have just killed the thing. Low kick going into Groudon. Going to do over 50%. Groudon going to drop the P-Blades. I gave him the gravity, so he's definitely not going to miss here. Finny going to die. Mewtwo also going to survive that. Will probably die to a Gyro Ball. Stack Attack going for the Rock Slide, so Mewtwo going to survive, I would imagine. Yes. Alright, so not the end of the world. Incineroar coming in. It's probably over. This game's probably over. I think I'm just going to fake out Groudon and low kick this Stack Attack now. And then next turn I'll low kick the Groudon. I mean, if it's Lunala in the back, we actually have a chance at winning. I'm going to low kick the stack, and I am going to just click fake out into the Groudon. He's going to switch out stack, so I definitely could have clicked sub. I definitely could have clicked substitute to win this game. You know, last turn, I predicted that he would protect his stack, and he didn't. This turn, I figured, you know what? Now he still won't protect his stack this time. If I would, I couldn't have clicked sub there though, because I think I'm out of sub range. Looking back at that, I take that back. Yeah, I am out of sub range, but I could have gone for something like a Snarl, and then I would have been able to protect and Snarl again. I'm gonna protect you, and I am gonna go for a Snarl and see if Incineroar can maybe pull this back. I don't know if there's much I can do. He's gonna swap out Groudon. Gonna go into Stack Attacka here, which I guess I'm okay with. I'm not too sure if Stack Attack is gonna have Protect. So if I can at least kill this Stack Attack, I have a chance. Mewtwo's going to protect. Lunala should just go for the Moon. Lunala's going to click Tailwind. Okay. I thought for sure this would be a Trick Room team, but I guess not. Instin's going to go for the Snarl. This game's definitely over now. I could try to finish this one off, but I don't really see a reason I should. Like, I really don't think I can win this, unless he doesn't have Moongeist Beam. But he's 100% going to have Moongeist Beam, so I'm not going to bother staying in. Yeah, that's a pretty rough loss. That Swagger missed the first turn of the game. I mean, I should have just clicked Gravity. So I'm going to say I should have just clicked Gravity and then over-predicting the stack to try to swap out. But that's alright. Rough start with Mewtwo. Very rough start with Mewtwo. We're going to jump into one more for you guys here. And then that'll be it for this one. But hopefully we can actually find a matchup. Because once again, and it always has been, Battle Spot is very rough when it comes to finding matchups. Apparently I'm going to save this battle video. So, you know, I can always go back and watch myself get bopped again. But, yeah. Battle Spot's always rough when it comes to actually giving you opponents. So, I'm going to try and hopefully find one here. We've actually been pretty decent as of late. I haven't had to cut any parts out of videos. And we're going to find another one right away. Maybe it's because I'm not too high yet. It's going to be Stu. I don't remember where Stu is from, but we're going to see Aerodactyl Infernape, which is a very interesting pick. Xerneas, Groudon, Tapu Koko, and Amoonguss. So First things first, Groudon definitely has to come to this game. Like, it literally basically kills 3 of his things, walls another 2, and then has a neutral matchup versus his Groudon. So, definitely going to bring Groudon. I also kind of want Kartana. I know he has 2 fire types, but I feel like Kartana just patches that, can hit that Xerneas and that Aerodactyl super hard. So if I go something like, what if I lead Mewtwo Kartana? Groudon, he doesn't have an Incineroar, so I'll bring my Incineroar just so because I get all that Intimidate pressure. So I will bring Instant here. Don't think I need Zapdos, don't need Finny. Like I said, Zapdos is strictly for Kyogres. And Array Ogres in general. But we are going to get into this one here, and we're going to see what he goes for. If I had to guess, probably something like Infernape Aerodactyl or Infernape Xerneas. But we're going to see Mewtwo Kartana from our end. And what are we going to see? Aerodactyl Infernape. Alright, so he's got a quick guard option, he's got a fake out option, he's got a wide guard option, he's got a taunt option, he's got a close combat option, he's got a flare blitz option, he's got a lot of options. Basically what I'm trying to say. So, I think the best case scenario for me is to leave Mewtwo in, because no one really expects physical Mewtwo. And he could go for Tailwind, something like Fake Out Tailwind, which I probably might see come, which I kind of expect. So if he's going to go for something like that Fake Out Tailwind, I'm going to try and get a substitute up. And I think I'm just going to swap into Groudon here. Infernape doesn't put on a lot of pressure against Mewtwo if he tries to attack, and he will go after me. So if I get my sub up and Infernape attacks into it, it'll just break the sub. So at the end of the day, it's not too big of a deal. Groudon is gonna primal revert here, and I'm gonna set that Sun. So Infernape's Flare Blitz is gonna do just that much more damage. But I'm not sure if Infernape really wants to stay in. If I'm Infernape, I'm faking out Mewtwo here. But I kind of have to play it safe. I can't really risk myself to say I'm gonna stay in here and not risk getting Flare Blitzed in the face. So Aerodactyl's now gonna Mega Evolve. Okay, so I was like, why am I faster? But then I realized I probably just won a Speed tie. So gonna win the Mega Evolution Speed tie there. So already going more in our favor than the last game did. Infernape gonna drop the Fake Out. Gonna go into Mewtwo, and that should be Steadfast, I believe. Aerodactyl also gonna click Tailwind, and this should give me Steadfast after I flinch. Yep. Mewtwo's gonna flinch. Mewtwo's gonna get that Steadfast option and get the +1 speed. Alright, so not the greatest ability, but when you have that option, it's actually pretty decent. So I'm gonna go protect Mewtwo here. And honestly, I'm just gonna click Pre-Blades. I have no reason not to click Pre-Blades here. Precipice Blades should come through, probably knock that Infernape down to what I would assume is a Focus Sash, and obviously miss the Aerodactyl. But we could see a Wide Guard as well. Aerodactyl just gonna drop a Rock Slide, Mewtwo gonna protect. Rock Slide gonna come through, is gonna connect into that ground, and does a decent chunk of damage, a little bit more than I expected. Infernape's gonna go Flare Blitz into the Protect of the Mewtwo, and am I going to flinch? I am unfortunately going to flinch. So this is a little bit tricky now. What I am going to do is I'm going to swap out Mewtwo, and I'm going to bring in Incineroar, just to get that Intimidate off. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm also going to P-Blades. I have no reason not to P-Blades here. Finding a way to hit that Mega Aerodactyl is going to be tough, especially because it's going to be outspeeding my Mewtwo. I think the end game is going to have to be Mewtwo versus the Aerodactyl, because if he flinches me, I'll get the Steadfast and it'll be faster the following turn. But I can't really get away with that now because he has a Tailwind up. So I'll have to play that out. But Aerodactyl gonna go for another Rock Slide, gonna double connect, of course, because why would he miss? Groudon gonna get chipped a little bit. Incineroar gets hit a lot, pretty hard actually. That's pretty surprising. Like I thought that would do a whole lot less. Infernape gonna drop a Flare Blitz here. Gonna break his own Sash in the making if he even is Sash. Gonna just miss my berry with the recoil, with the Blitz, I should say. And looks like Groudon flinched again, so fun times had by all here. I almost want to predict the Quick Guard, but you know what, I'm not going to bother with it. And I am going to go for another P-Blades here. At some point I will get this Precipice Blades off, and at some point it will connect. But hopefully that's sooner rather than later. I guess when you're base 135 speed, or is it 145 maybe? I don't know. When you're that fast and you can just click Rock Slide, you're going to get your flinches. So I guess it's a viable strategy. I don't know what Infernape. I honestly don't know how Infernape supports Aerodactyl. I guess it hits grass types, but don't you have? So he's gonna let me go for that fake out. Aerodactyl's gonna flinch. Are we gonna see a close combat? Z move Infernape? All out pummeling. Alright. This is probably gonna kill Groudon. This is definitely gonna kill Groudon here. You know, all out pummeling that into the Incineroar slot there. So I'm gonna lose Groudon, unfortunately. Yeah, I might not die though, because he is -1. Groudon's pretty bulky. I am gonna survive. Alright, so kind of ruled myself out there before I even gave myself a chance. And I am gonna connect this Precipice Blades, and that will knock out the Infernape because there's no doubt in my mind. Yeah, so Infernape going down. If I'm my opponent here, with Tailwind running out, I'm probably bringing in something like Xerneas, because you can get away with like a Rock Slide, and that you get Rock Slide Geo, and that's probably your best bet to win this game. And honestly, I don't know how I stop that. But he's gonna bring in Groudon, so thankfully allowing me to have another turn or another life in this game. Now the question is, whose Groudon is faster? We played this game last game, and it didn't really work out for me. If I had to guess, I'm assuming he's gonna be like fast Eruption, so I'm gonna assume he's faster this time. He did indeed lose Tailwind there. Kartana is useless here, and Groudon is basically useless here. So, as you can tell, I'm not in the greatest of positions. Honestly, I think I just lose, because I don't have a switch in. So I'm going to have to just let myself go here. I'll go for the U-turn in case I get that off. And I will go for Precipice Blades as well. He might try to re-Tailwind. He is going to set up that Tailwind again, so he should just know his Groudon's faster at this point. Or at least have a pretty good indication. The opposing Groudon is going to go for that Eruption. Couldn't have weakened that even if I tried. Groudon will probably die here. Yeah, Groudon is unfortunately going to die. Part of me wishes Groudon would be able to hang on there, but now he just clicks Eruption again and I lose. There's no way Mewtwo survives an Eruption. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but honestly, I don't think I do. I'm trying to figure out if I just led wrong or if I just have no Aerodactyl matchup whatsoever. I'm going to assume I have no Aerodactyl matchup. That would be my guess. There's just no Aerodactyl matchup. But yeah, I'll just low kick. I'm not going to bother trying to protect stall or anything like that. And I'll Leaf Blade, take out the Groudon. Like, the thing is, I need Kartana to beat Aerodactyl, but as I was saying earlier, like, I don't... Why would you crunch Kartana? I guess to break a Sash. That makes sense. Why did that do... Oh, crit. I was going to say, why did that do so much damage? But Groudon is going to go for that Eruption. Does Mewtwo live this? There's no way Mewtwo lives this. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, yeah, that's going to end that battle on a rather unfortunate note. But with Kartana going down, I'm trying to figure out how I win this. Because I was making fun of the fact that Infernape doesn't really synergize with Aerodactyl that well. But I guess it's literally there for the Kartana matchup, or other Steel types, right? So I guess in a way it does. Beats those Steel types, which makes... Now looking back, it makes a decent amount of sense. Pretty cool team from my opponent's end. So my cool team unfortunately did not work or do anything actually, but you guys got to see that cool team put in some work. So if nothing else, thanks for watching this one, guys, and I will see you guys next time.